Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Warno match. This is a 2v2 tournament hosted by Jane. Thank you, Jane, for hosting. Great guy, guys. You guys go check him out. He makes YouTube videos as well. He runs a Discord, and he runs some tournaments. Anyway, let's get into this tournament match. I'm playing with my partner here, Air Loading Player. He's up in the north, playing his 79th. I'm playing 39th in the southern flank over here. And then our opponents here, similar. I think they're both playing 39th and 79th. Yes, they are. 79th being in the north and 39th being in the south, but we can already see in the deployment phase that both players have decided that they're going to kind of double down on the southern flank. Me and Air, though, going for a more traditional approach here, going for a just standard up. He's going north and I'm going south. No differences. I'm opening with my recon down here, going south, trying to get into these key positions here, and also I believe one over here. If you put a recon right here, you can pretty much see everything in this open. Anything coming down to reinforce, giving you a heads up what's coming down. Air, though, opening up a little differently, opening up pretty conservatively in the back, putting on some recon here. Any forces going up in the north? No forces running for the north here as well, but pretty light, sparse defense here, similar in the north, pretty conservatively. Once we realized, I think that two players are down here quickly. We realized I just told Air to push here, and he kind of just goes for it, right? Like, that's the thing, right? Is you have two options. You can either assist your opponent, which is going to take a lot more time and resources. Your opponent's already there on the ground attacking you, or you can just have your partner attack immediately on his front where it's weak and kind of just thrash the north. Well, if you can just play conservatively over here, okay. I open with Rocket Helo going down to MI-24. We're seeing, though, Air coming in here with some support here with SC-25. I also have my OSHAs, two OSHAs here opening up. Get the MI-24 down. There's another MI-24 here as well, 135 points. He comes in, giving me that support. It's a clean kill. Going in for a nice rocket strike. Killing one squad. Killing another. And unloading some of his units. Does take some hits from Minosha and a MiG. But giving me a little bit more time to get in this location. My Monoshoki moving up now in this location. Fury moving up as well. Trying to get some guys in these buildings here as quick as possible. The Air also has a MiG-31 here as well. B2R going down here, getting the Monoshoki in the building though. RPO did get unloaded as well, firing their shots off. I do have two T-62 MVs and a BMP-3 moving to the right. I wanted to lock down this location. My Helo does recover, gets some shots in. SC-25 coming in though. It's an ice bombing run and as it dies, shots a missile at me. Fortunately, do lose an OSHA here. A nice type of ATGM somewhere over here. Don't know exactly where that came from. I fired an ATGM in response. Where is that ATGM? Is this the ATGM? Can you shoot through this little corridor? I don't know. T-80B though coming up as well. At this moment, we're getting that early lead. We went for the early ticks to start. They only bought one CV. The CV is kind of rotating between two players. Giving us huge lead, right? We're up +7 now. We're at 431 points. Really no pressure. I saw that there's two guys down here. I'm pretty concerned that I'm going to be pushed out of the zone. I'm going to stop for a moment, sit still, letting Air know that he needs to push on his side, which he's already got his point locked down pretty much. We're going to see some probing from Air here. Moving up. He's moving up his Conquerors. His T-61M1 as well. It's nice in the TV-80B, but I'm going to have to smoke off. EMP-2 taking a shot. Probably just not one hit. One kill. Smokes himself off. Backs off. Bring myself a replacement OSHA. I'll bring myself another Rocket Helo when I clean up what's over here. Seeing my opponent, T-Mag, running around the edge of the map, coming after me. Trying to get into this point now. M1 MI here, just annihilating the Vertigo. Completing its objective. Two MiG-23s coming out here, going in for the SU. Goes down. MiG-31s though responding in kind with a lot of missiles. It's a nice hit. That MiG-31's 23, sorry, it's gonna be down for a while. Finally, enemy CV gets into the point here. Again, like a little bit of mistake here from our opponents here, just not moving up. They just moved up at this point. Like honestly, I don't have that much on the front line. Got some BMP-3s rotating. I want to get here. Build a nice force here so I can counterattack. Got some Monoshoki when I get in this forest line as well. But got ATGMs in my T-62s. Bring up my first T-80BV here. Bring us some, more firepower. Seeing another T-80 BV coming in from air as well in the north. But he's seeing air now, locking down this location. Not enough forces really to keep him boxed in. And air has been giving me that air support. And again, we're at that. It's always, I swear to God, every game, about the 5 to 7 minute mark, there's like this weird pause. We're going to go 2-speed because things slow down. See another T-80 BV, so we're seeing a lot of BVKs coming in here, command tanks. Two double OSHAs here, just hanging out. BMP3s. I'm gonna bring up some more BMP3s. The air buying a piece of artillery for himself and some BMP2s. Monoshoki. Now we're about to go even on the flags here as we see the BV come in this location. Air able to load in, get us, infantry all the way up to that point. Probing a little bit here. Moving on my BMP, see if I can get some firepower down on these RPOs. Lose line of sight. I'm gonna back off though. I see an enemy tank coming in. See a Bertino coming up here. Pretty expensive buy for this point in the game. 380 points. Get some more Monoshoki. I am hugging this force line, so I'm not really knocked out of the point quite yet. The supplies coming from opponents. M1A, M1, sorry, MI8M. Getting annihilated by the Iglas and Oshas. Now we're starting to see some artillery fire coming in from air here, knowing that the location of the CV has to be in this corner. I'm also buying myself a Yugen here. I saw there was tons of infantry in that little like probing attack here. Like, hey, it's a great opportunity. I also want to play a little more aggressive now in this location, start pushing a little bit. Yugen getting out some shots. It's a nice hit there. Pressing all these guys too, lowering their cohesion. BMP3 taking a hit here from the T-80B. I do smoke myself off. Taking direct hits on these squads. Deletes the squad. Now I'm starting to probe a little bit. Yeah, destroying, doing some good damage to these infantry squads. That kicks kills, but it lowers their health, makes them stunned too, low cohesion, made them perform way worse. KDB here. Getting a Barentina coming off at me right now. I got a little lucky here. BMP dodges it. This tank though is engaging my tank. I get some nice clean hits on him. He's stunned. HGM is firing again. I'm gonna start moving up my BMP3s now that I know this tank's stunned. A lot of infantry squads did die. The BMPs did survive the strike though. KDB though going down would be a huge loss. Goes down. Trying to move up now. BMP3s can start putting down suppression fire on all these infantry squads while my infantry scans for them. Bring up another 3 waves of Monoshoki, healing my helo as well. See air though, again, playing super aggressive in the north. Knocking out the CV again, running away. T-80BV moving up here, but getting shit in the rear by a Monoshoki squad. Monoshoki moving into CQC2 with this T-80BV. Another one lost would be pretty much game over. Down here, I'm trying just to get my BMP3s just to keep suppressing the fire here. See another T-80BV. 2 SU-25s coming in here, but MiG-31s gets one of them. Gets a nice missile shot off on the T-80BV. Gets the kill, but will be avenged by the OSHAs. On this front, I'm moving over my tanks to engage this T-80B. I have a lot of them now, way more than he does. Mine are also triple vetted, so I thought that was a good engagement from me. And we've pretty much cleared up a lot of this infantry here. Got an OSHA hanging out in the flank though, covering myself from helos that I still have in the rear. And air now owns this entire northern front, locking it down now, starting to solidify this. His opponent has to kind of somehow regroup in the rear, but he has to cross an opening that's pretty deadly. Against 79 too, not going to be an easy task. And the T-80BV coming in from air here, 1 vet. He does sneak a, a recon behind me, which is really confusing for myself because I was looking in the rear and I like moving my artillery every time I fired it. Somehow he will snipe it, and after the game I realized because he had a recon behind my line. Starting to bring up some RPO here. Do lose 1 here to laziness. The MP3s are putting a lot of fire down on him now. Now he's in trouble. Probing with the BTR here. Trying to see how far this line goes. Realizing there's a recon in there as well now. Seeing a lot of artillery now from air over here. 2 of these pieces. Aiming at this stationary tank here, the BV, not moving at all. BMP-1's moving up a little bit here. Engaging some of my T-62s though, who also have ATGMs. Kilo though, taking some damage here. Gets hit by both Nosha and a Tunguska. Dude starting to win in this engagement though. Seeing SC-25 coming in from the north now. Really doing nice work. Missile goes out, misses the first shot, gets second shots in. Goes in for another one, kills T-62U, and that is game, guys. Really, there's no way for them to come back at this point. They've lost a lot of heavy tanks in the north. They've pretty much been pushed out of this zone, which you can kind of see it's already being kind of mopped up now by BMP-3s. ATGM misses. Second shot, though. Gets the kill. The Gusta goes down, and now the entire southern flank and northern flank are locked down by both me and air. You can kind of see, like, me and air here deploy pretty... Like, he sent some aircraft when I needed it, you know. I didn't have to help him at all. He dominated his side. That's the thing that's better in 2v2s. Is like when your opponent needs certain units to help, then you just send those couple few units. Playing on top of one another, the micro communication is so hard to do with being on top of one another. Because if you move up a tank, you also have to have your teammate move up his AA, and to communicate that every second and really fast is extremely difficult. Well, if you look at them, they were on top of each other all over the place, and it just leads to slower micro in those regions. Yeah, and there's also exceptions to the rule, of course. My tank's there getting some nice ATGM kills against his T-80VV here. Can't really move. He does smoke himself off. He's going to have to repair that for a while now. Osha, though, moving up here on the flank. It's a nice hit on me. Does run out of ammo, though. Osha also moving up. Does get down, though. It's a nice clean kill on that. T-80VV taking shots now. It's a nice hit on me, but I engage him again. Gets a clean kill. It's nice shots on my artillery with the recon. It's motion moving up though. We'll go speed 4. Garantina fires, but there's nothing in here. I got a clip when I had this helo up here. I got a quick glimpse of it, so I knew he was gonna fire in this area. So I backed off tanks and anything I had in value in there. But yeah, just this game, I think I think the game would have gone completely different at that moment here in the 6-5 minute mark, where I had like no forces over here. They doubled me pretty effectively. They had pushed in that area. Probably would have been pushed out of the zone. That would have been the end for me. That location. Yeah, at this point, the fastest speed. I don't have enough AA cover. Can't really do a push. Seeing clusters coming in here for myself. Get a nice clean kill there. And that is game. Thank you for Air for playing with me. Also, thanks for the guys who played. I hope you guys, hope our opponents. We'll see you in future tournaments. Thanks guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys around.